for the greater good.
The greater good.
Greater good.
Everyone is northward bound to Twaelwek, and our adventurers have faced a terrifying being high up in with the Nide Mountains. With pet shadows and assignment to collect blood from samples from the rest of the party, a rotting being confronts everyone before leaving, with only 50% of her mission complete. Beaten, broken, and beyond understanding, recovering becomes a priority, as does finding the answers all of those voices pose. The sunrise brings an uncomfortable warning, a single voice emanating from Ihara's sword. Run. The feral shadows chase the living down the mountain path, upon the heels of Mary, who knows the way very well. As Mary becomes convinced to go seek refuge away from her own home, everyone else turns to head forward with haste. Safety is found within the daylight, and an entire full day of travel passes with ease. Searching for a camping site, and hopefully another night's rest without the threat of danger, an undisturbed cave presents itself. Still untrusting of the lack of tracks outside, Fertile is the first to touch the golden statues that reside within. Feeling at peace for a moment, a loud crack is heard echoing from inside of the caverns, and the two golden statues come to life, blocking the interior tunnels from you, as well as keeping something from getting out. Feeling protected as the noises die away, the party settles down for a night of rest. As you guys are all bedding down, is there anything we want to do right before we fall asleep, or would we like to lay down?
I guess I would like to take some time and inspect my mask to see how extensive the damage was after it was ripped off of me.
Roll an investigation check. So when you look at it, you can see that where it would reside right by your ear, that's where the connection was cracked. It's only on one side. You're not sure exactly how to fix it without getting some other material.
Sure.
But it looks like that actual spot is where it cracked and broke, just on one side.
Gotcha.
Welcome. As he's looking through his mask, trying to figure out the best way to fix what has been broken, is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Can I help him? I have a bunch of string and stuff.
Yeah, you can go try helping him. That would probably be...
Mihara, I have a bunch of colored string. I could maybe fix it.
It might be able to help, yes. Been so long since I haven't had it on as well.
I will have you
mask go on anyways. Sorry. We keep doing
No,
it.
you're good.
Like,
No, I was just trying to figure this out because...
sort of buckle into place would be my assumption. So I guess like that buckle or whatever would have broken.
I got string. Yeah. It can tie now.
Yeah, the buckle itself, the string wasn't snapped, but it was the connection, the actual point of connection. So you would need like a a glue. I mean, you could wrap the string all the way around the mask on the outside and just kind of tie it to your face.
Well, I figured there's parts that we could tie it, like, because
well, it would be like riveted to it if it was a buckle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was thinking it was differently.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like a leather tie through a loop through a mask. It would be more like two rivets holding it in.
I mean, string would probably help, but I think we need something a little more extensive to fully repair it.
Have you ever told us what's under the mask?
Oh yeah, you see it now. There is no hiding it. I don't have a mask on.
Could you describe it?
So it is horrifically burned and scarred flesh. It was described a little bit during the Lich fight, but
it was also described when we were drinking and Cordova threw up.
Right, yeah, because that was
totally unrelated.
And Red threw up. Because it's unrelated, but it wasn't. I understand.
Well, hey, the scary Lich lady did not throw up.
No, she just completely dissed him. I was like, that's a shame.
Yeah, that was... Even I thought that was a burn.
Yeah, I mean, a mission accomplished. That is how it was supposed to roll over. So I feel good. Perfect.
You go from scared to your life to slightly offended.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know if slightly is the term, but yeah.
Terrified to offended, just flat out quickly. But anyway, Cordofin, Orlina, or Fertile, did you want to do anything? Well, Orlina, you were helping with the mask, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Realized you need some different materials in order to fix it.
I would like to try and get supper going.
If at all possible, could we attempt not to burn it tonight, Red? I know you were a little shaken yesterday, but
wow.
Understandably.
My best.
I mean,
priorities there.
While he's kind of getting that thrown together, I'd like to walk up a little bit more to him as well. You know, in hindsight, I had talked about the two women being strong and independent up on the mountaintop. They were facing a lich. I don't care how strong or independent you are, that's not a good situation.
I would have to agree.
Yeah, feel a little bad now on that one. So what are the green things you just added in there? Those leaves?
Chives. Those are chives.
I'll explain it.
At least you didn't say like peppers.
Dandelions. Why?
Grass?
Hey, dandelions, parts of them are supposed to be edible.
So, before having to dip into rations, can I see if there's anything around that I could make for sustenance in the meal?
Yeah, roll a nature check.
If he would like, I could go hunting.
Yes. So if you would like to go hunting...
Darts.
Yeah, that would work. Game animals are usually not too hard to hit either, so...
Sure. I got some dice here. Can I roll?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look up their DC quick.
Ooh.
Well,
Maybe you won't have to. You might have to. Maybe you won't have to.
I hope you're good at hunting, because there is nothing around but sticks and those chives. Just those chives. I took them all.
I rolled a 15, so hopefully. And once we get back to the fire, the other thing I would like to do is I would like to just kind of work on some of my brewery stuff, make some more alcohol for this journey.
Oh wait, you mean the
Yeah. I mean, you can partake or not, but it's got a brew, so it might not be available for a little while.
As long as it's not the scotch that I had, I think it's okay.
Oh, no. This is more like a wine, like sweet wine. Maybe I'll make some dandelion wine since you found some dandelions.
True child aggro tonight.
Oh, boy.
Just all of a sudden the camera's like, whoop.
Uh-oh, giggle fit.
I would also like to note that whilst demasked, I would be doing as best I could to not bring attention to the burns.
Mihara, does it have to be that mask, or can it just be something to cover?
It doesn't.
What about your
have to
makeup,
be this
Arlena?
one.
Yeah, I have makeup. I could cover it for now.
It's nice stylized.
I think makeup can only cover so much. And you can certainly try.
Do you want me to try, or should I try doing something else?
If you have a mask, that would probably be easier.
Okay. She's gonna take out one of her pieces of clothing and she's gonna start ripping it.
Okay.
Always wanted a veil.
That's what you're about to get. You're about to get a modern mask right now.
I mean, if only one side is broken, can't you just walk with your head tilted to one side so that it, dangles in place a little better?
I had considered that, but I'd get an awful crick in my neck, and it's really hard to do cool monk shit when that happens.
To make it look a little bit...
It just doesn't work out.
Got to do the smooth move of just constantly having your arm raised, holding your mask up with your bicep. It's fine. I'm constantly asking questions. But Fertile, to go hunt, what did you roll?
15 to hit, but I can do a survival check first if you want.
Yeah, do a survival first, and if that is successful, 15 does hit.
Okay. Survival. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I find something. 21?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So as you're just outside the cave, you manage to actually find a deer and hit it. If you'd like to roll for damage, just because it does have more than one hit point.
It's 2?
Oh, it's more than 2.
More than 2, because I roll a d4 plus 5, so...
Oh, plus 5 will do it. Perfect.
Okay. So
5 will take it down. Well, yeah, I wasn't sure what your plus was off the top of my head, so I was like, yeah, 5 is perfect. That downs it in one shot.
Good.
And a deer is plenty to clean and have enough for dinner, so...
Perfect, let's do it. And maybe to start drying things out, too, create some deer jerky?
Yeah, and with a 21, it doesn't take you too long to find it either. So you pretty much go out, look around, spot it, shoot it, bring it home, and you're like, oh, Cordovin's not back yet.
Is eating the chives, it's fine.
But Cordovin, you were going out to search for other things as well and to kind of...
Yeah, I didn't find anything. I rolled like a 6.
Oh yeah, you did. You found some grass. And some leaves.
Yeah, not with it. And I'll come back to camp and... Oh, look, a dead deer in the middle of camp.
Starting to be processed.
I'll just kind of... I'll walk over to where...
You eat meat, right? Okay, whoops.
Honestly, I wasn't sure either, so...
He'll just kind of look down. Nothing of it goes to waste. Nothing.
Of course not. We're all survivalists here.
Yeah. What are you guys
he'll then walk over towards where the cook pot is, and he'll look over to where Mihara is, kind of turn his back so he can't really see, and I'll squat down towards a bundle of sticks and snap my fingers and a little fire ignites. And I cast, produce flame to get the fire going. And then I cast control flames to get it going faster, so it catches quicker. All the while not letting him know that I was the one that did that.
So the fire is going nicely. You can choose whichever pieces you want to save or not. Let's see.
Oh, that's right. I also have a little chart for cooking. See if I can find it. So I need to roll a d20.
So you could probably get about 80 pounds of meat off of that deer, actually, because I just looked up the average weight of a deer, and it's over 100 pounds. So if you minus, bones.
I would argue that since I've actually processed deer before, you'd probably only get about 20 to 30 pounds per deer.
The organs and stuff we went.
Yeah,
and the blood.
I would have gutted it
and skin.
Yep, and skin and.
It's still quite a bit.
Sorry, just to throw that out there, so we're not looking around.
Deer.
It's a giant deer.
She's a real big deer.
A dire deer. Actually,
no. I finally understand Oregon Trail now.
Really? They didn't know hunting, or?
No, just that, you shoot 1,000 pounds worth of bear and you can only take a couple 100 pounds of meat with because that's all the meat that existed on it. It's not that, you were lazy and not wanting to walk back. Anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've never actually hunted, so I don't know these things. The closest I've came is to cleaning a fish.
I mean, I'd be super, super glad to get, 80 pounds of meat from a deer, but it's not,
I appreciate the experience and the knowledge that I had no idea. You process the meat, and then you can always save the hide and preserve that. I personally don't know all the uses for the organs, so that's up to the imagination.
I probably wouldn't keep much of it, if any of it.
I mean, the liver presumably has quite a bit of uses to it.
Liver.
And the heart.
As long as I don't know what I'm eating, I'm good. Don't tell me what you made me.
I think if we just grind it all up, we'll be fine.
Yeah, are you claustrophobic?
Not yet. Should I be?
She's now gonna just start trying to
Oh.
She's gonna give you the those tube ones. I forgot what those were called now. They were the worst ones to wear for the pandemic, but haters. She's working on making you a gator.
There you go. Oh.
It's blue. She took part of her sash. There's now a part of her clothing missing. That's what we got.
Well, this
kind of flashed for the rest of it, but that's okay.
How don't you have blue? What color are your clothes?
Yeah.
I believe red and black.
Yeah, so the blue that she has is...
Right, but I don't understand fashion. I don't know what all you put in the soup, but that smells really good.
Chives.
Water. Well, you have spices, though, don't you?
Yeah, not much. I usually try and procure from nature around me. It's just, right now, there's not a whole lot around.
We're in a cave.
Being at the base of a mountain, I suppose. You're muted, dear.
There's a lot going on. So as you guys settle in, you're able to cook a meal with whatever you pretty much have on you, plus fresh deer meat.
So when you guys eat this meal, it is outstanding. The meat is nice and tender. The chives just shine through in this meal. everyone, because I rolled a natural 20 on my cooking, will get a temporary 9 hit points for 24 hours.
Damn, those chives are good.
Right? Like I said.
Good chives. Good for you. High in calcium.
So
I'm feeling really good. We gotta go fight all the things tonight, guys. This was a delicious meal.
Forget bed.
Let's go fight an owlbear.
Let's do it. So you guys all have a lovely meal, and everyone cleans their plates. As you're wrapping up and going to bed to lay down, I think now would be a good time, since I keep having the one child come down here. Probably a good time to get her to bed. So
yeah.
But you guys are going to sleep. I know last time we went to sleep, but I had been told there were things that wanted to get done, so we did go back a little bit. So we're gonna sleep and then wake up very quickly. But
that's dangerous.
It is. But you know what? It's our D&D game. We can do what we want to make it the way we want it. So, hey, we will be back shortly then.
The DM just said we, so that means I can change anything I want based on what she just said. You missed. No, I didn't. Credit.
But we get to challenge your bluff.
Who says it's a bluff?
Okay, we'll be right back. Long ago, reality was threatened by hatred, greed, sin, and power within mortals. 8 celestial beings, the mothers, descended from the heavens to judge the souls of the living. Taking only the worthy with them through the decaying cosmos, the mothers bestow upon the mortals their gift, the world of Lamel. The mothers, bright, dark, gray, blue, green, red, pale, and the Dreamweaver, dwelled among the mortals for a time, each guiding the descendants of the worthy towards harmony, and to never repeat the sins of their ancestors. Any evils that attempted to breach this new paradise were swiftly dealt with. Content that the mortals were on their correct path, the mothers ascended back to their celestial plane. However, as time passed and newer generations were born on Lamel, mortals began to stray from their teachings. Evil slowly began to once again try to breach paradise and find their way into the mortals' hearts. The mothers were fearful evil would take root in the world once again, and called upon the sun and the moon to cleanse the world of evil and any mortal who held evil in their hearts. This act would be referred to as the regeneration by the mortals, and stirred distrust in the mother's decrees. However, evil is persistent in its attempt to breach the world. Nearly 800 years after the regeneration, the skies above the continent of Parastine caught fire. Not long after, mortals not of Lamel began to appear in the world, bringing with them the forbidden knowledge of technology without the mother's retribution. And without their watchful eyes, technology is becoming a new instrument of peace. In the present day, the light of hope is brighter than the fear of darkness, casting shadows that all manner of things can hide within. Darkness begins to spread like an infection, taking many forms. As the mortals begin to realize the newcomers may not be as harmless as they seem, one mortal, the Oracle, Seknok Jen, in service of the Dark Mother, begins to study history. Seknok sends out researchers to learn of their past, hoping to stave off another event like the regeneration. Small tribes of goblins begin to attack any they deem to be invading their lands. The latest trespassers outmatch them with ease, only to find that the goblins shared the caves with a lonely monstrosity. Watching those outside of its glass and metal cage, with eyes of every shape and size, it begged them to add themselves to their collection. One by one, the eyes decreased in number and fled into tiny cracks in the cave walls to escape. The group, shaken but successful in retrieving Howard, escort him back to the city of Mahat in order to regroup. Instead, they find trouble following them into the docile port city. A group of dark hooded figures lurks in the shadows with cryptic intentions. They first attempt to assassinate an entire family over a tiny vial of vibrant yellow sand, whose only known use is in the holy paints used within the cathedrals to the mothers. They then threaten to sink the ship and its crew meant to carry it across the seas. A woman named Martha May entrusts her rescuers from the assassination with her burden: deliver the sand to the Cathedral of the Bright Mother and keep it safe for the sake of the mothers. Once entrusted with this holy pilgrimage, an unknown force disrupts time, and the group find themselves thrust beyond the normal flow of time, sending silent ripples through the hourglass. Though concerned about the abnormal shift, the group decides to continue their plan and cunningly creates a decoy vial of sand to send in its place. Howard is brought to everyone unconscious at the docks by one of the dark hooded figures in the and his shadows. After a short encounter, the figure leaves them with just a warning: every second counts before being dispatched. After avenging, healing, and then scolding Howard, a thunderous explosion fills the air from the direction of the Dark Mother's temple. Still shaken from their encounter with the hooded figure and his shadows from the docks, the group races through the streets to the temple. Upon arriving, a blood-red fog emanates from the temple itself and envelops the surrounding streets. Within the mist, voices begin to whisper different things in each of their ears. They continue to call out, louder than ever before. One loud enough for others to hear. Shadow creatures lash out at any who approach the temple, seeking to steal shadows to add to their numbers. Inside, disrupting the vaulted ceiling, a dark, unnatural crack desecrates this place of worship. Fueled by frustration, Mahat's invaders are subdued, and the crack above begins to heal itself. The coveted Book of Notes is recovered, with select pages still missing. With offer of payments transferred for the return of what notes still remain, everyone involved in the recent events finds their responsibilities suddenly shifted. Return the knowledge written within, and hopefully they will receive some answers as to what it means for the world. Welcome back to the greater good.
Greater good.
Our party just fell asleep after a wonderful meal prepared by Cordovan with the lovely hunting assistance by Fertile. And as everyone wakes up the following morning, the sun gently comes in through the opening of the cave. Everything is still, and the golden statues have not moved. They are still blocking the inside of the cavern. As everyone comes to, is there anything everyone would like to do as you break down camp?
We still hear the noises coming from inside?
Nope, they stopped before you went to bed.
Oh, okay.
Before you started cooking, even.
Do you want me to roll to see how well I did to do a mask for Mahara?
Yeah, do a straight dexterity.
Straight dexterity. Okay. I heard strength at first. I was like, how do you do a strength and dex save?
Oh.
So just an ability check.
Yep.
Blind GM, because.
So you actually inspect your work. You did a very good job. You managed to make it wearable, and it actually is very functionable, sturdy, secure.
Mahara, will this work, at least for now?
It certainly looks wearable, sturdy, and secure. Yes.
I mean, at least I can still understand you, so she didn't tie it too tight.
It's not a muzzle, it is a mat.
Is Howard still there? Is his research notes still there?
Yes, Howard and his research notes have survived. They are both still there.
Still has his eyes, still has his hands, his shadow still missing. We're good?
Correct. All of the above are constants as of thus far.
Good. Good. Nothing unusual then.
Nope, nothing unusual in the night. Even finding the statues being in the same position kind of gives you a little bit of comfort knowing they stayed there all night, protecting you guys. Nothing came into the cave. There's still no tracks. Since you guys had noticed that before, you kind of take a glance. You don't notice actual like deer tracks, rabbit tracks, anything even passing the outside of the cave. So as everyone kind of gathers up all of their belongings and puts them away, and you get ready to head out, Mihara, you don the mask that has been fixed for you, I assume?
Yep, I do.
Mask goes back on. Who would like to lead the party forward north?
Tilly, looks like.
Yeah, I think I usually lead, don't I?
I think it's you and Ferdolvin.
Or maybe we maybe give each other advantage or a plus our bonus or something. I don't remember.
I think that's what you guys were doing.
Okay.
If you would like to roll, you can take my +6.
Cool. Oh, we got this.
Wow, you guys.
We needed it. Yeah. 17.
Oh, yes. So you guys go through, and Fertile is very determined. And once in a while, you just hear Red be like, up, 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 and then you kind of turn off to the side a little bit. You avoid all the thorn bushes. There's not even a holes you guys step in, so ankle twisting is out since you have very successfully navigated throughout the day. As you reach about noon, you guys sit down. You had plenty of rations or leftovers that you could have packed up from the night before and have that. Someone else now, since Fertile kind of led the first way as you're camping, roll a survival check as you are camping. And Howard can as well. He's not great.
I have +4, so I guess I can.
got +5.
Well, then you can do it.
You could assist and give him...
Yeah, I can assist. I'll give you my +4.
Yeah, I won't count the assist as you using it for the day, so...
Hopefully that'll work.
So as you are munching away on your lunch and leftovers, they are just as good as the night before. You don't see anything coming at you.
Seems very strange, but the flavor of chives has actually intensified the next day.
Whoa. I need you to roll a D6.
Oh. I like the little handy dice on the bottom. Saves me typing.
A good add-on.
So as you are all camping, Mihara, who has been trying to keep a lookout while getting distracted by the chives, doesn't notice
Ass keeps riding up. Not used to that.
Dark figure come out of the side of the road.
That seems ominous.
Ominous. And I will have you roll initiative, because I couldn't get close enough to you guys with your passive perceptions. So once it got to...
Just out of my own curiosity, does said figure's clothing move as they walk, or are they all like stiff and like the clothing is stiff, but they're moving kind of thing, you know?
So as you see the figure, you notice it is not a humanoid figure, but very canine in form. Okay, how do I do that again? Oh, geez. It's been so long since I've done this. How do I add my monster to the combat with that? Oh, there it goes. Perfect. Got it. Finally figured it out.
I think I rolled, but I don't actually know.
I can't get mine to go up, so...
Yeah, I have everybody, I believe.
I haven't been able to roll one. So...
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, let me...
You're at the top.
Oh, well, then I guess
yeah, but you're in the combat, the encounter.
Well, then maybe it worked and it just didn't tell me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because I didn't get a message or anything. It just added me in there.
That works for me.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, then. So out of the brush next to the path where you guys stopped to have your lunch, a dire wolf comes out of the path, or out into the path. Orlina, you have first, and then Howard and Fertile.
Fertile, you're not gonna have any issues if we fight this, are we? And I will... What do I have? I will throw my fan at it. I think I gotta move. No, I should be able to hit it.
Yes, that hits it. For sure.
Alright, looks like 6 points of damage.
That was a really bad roll, then.
It was.
Ah.
It was a 1.
Used red. It was, yeah. Red, I used that trick. Thank you. That helped.
Which one?
The damage one.
Oh, yes. You're welcome.
So it takes damage right away. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Did you want to move or anything?
Yeah, I'll move. Wait, I have more than 30. What do I have? 35? 40? I'll move up.
Perfect.
And then that's my turn.
Perfect. So you moved forward. Howard, seeing this appear in the street, and you're not up against it, is going to cast Fireball.
I feel like Howard's been holding out on us.
Howard's about to make somebody have some issues, though.
It's a group of monks who one does not want to cast Fireball into the middle of. But this time there's actually nobody right up against it, so he can get it so that Fireball is... Oops. Oh, how did you zoom out so I could see all of his spells?
If it's in the browser, hold Control and then use your mouse wheel.
She's not in the browser. She's running main foundry.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh God, you rotated him.
I do.
Casting Fireball not gonna skew, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'll just do it on here then. Oh boy. Perfect. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's
or
a lot of
take
damage.
Yeah, lots of damage. 35 damage. And doesn't make it, so he takes all 35 damage from a giant fireball. And immediately goes down. So, Orlina, you hit it, and you're like, yes, I'm going to run forward, and a giant fireball explodes just beyond the direwolf as you get up to it, and you can feel the heat around the edge, and you just watch it get singed and collapse.
Mihara,
okay, guys.
don't look.
I think the road's clear.
Howard, was that really necessary? I mean, it could have just been trying to cross the road.
Could have just been hungry.
For us?
I mean, sure, presumably, but we could have just fed it a bit of the deer meat as well.
I didn't think of that. But it's gone now?
I like that fire didn't stay.
No, that fire goes out pretty quick. It's there, it's not. Also, don't stand in it.
Wasn't planning to.
Yeah, I feel like that was a dig at Summer.
I just don't want to, explode the people who are supposed to be protecting me, hopefully.
We don't want you to either, Howard.
Another benefit to masks is you can tend to hide a little bit of your emotion behind them.
Insight check on me, Howard.
To see what he is feeling right now. It's a guessing game.
Cordovan, I apologize, but I'm not familiar with how carnivores taste. I assume wolf isn't that great. I don't
look
really
over.
want to waste either.
There's not much left of it anyway.
Yeah, the fur's kind of been like cinched down to like in case
it's gone.
bad. It's bad.
I think, if anything, drag what pieces we can find off to the side of the road, just so that other people aren't.
I'll help you.
Literally sweeping it under the rug. So as you clean up the very scorched and very quickly scorched remains of the direwolf, is there anything else you guys would like to do as you wrap up dinner, or lunch, as you clean up the bodies?
Totally realized I forgot to change music, but we're good. Quick.
Yeah, we're good.
It was just one, so it wasn't that bad. But anyway, you guys clean up from your lunch and start moving north again. One more person as you're moving forward.
Sounds like Orlando to me.
Yep, it does. Well, that gave me a nice sound, at least.
As you're traveling and walking, you kind of watched how Fertile picked through the holes and everything as well. And you're able to find a very clear path as you go farther north. You don't run into any danger, which is a bonus.
Bonus.
Yes. So as you guys are approaching, you get to about here. So there's a base of... Oh, I can ping it. We got it. There. Right about here. By the end of the night.
Making good,
too.
pretty good time.
Yeah, you had 2 days of no interruptions on the road, so...
For a quick dire wolf that lasted all of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cleanup. Cleanup probably took
move.
longer than it took to kill the thing.
All right, and you guys can now move at 40 feet per round, so that's an extra little boost to your traveling speed as well. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
They can.
They can. That is true.
We just give you a piggyback ride.
Once in a while, piggyback rides are just rotated. But as you guys kind of approach the bottom of the mountains, it starts to get rockier as you guys get closer. A little bit less tunnel-like compared to the mountains before. This more seems like jagged rock pillars coming out of the ground instead. Progressively getting bigger until they turn into the mountains that you see stretching off towards Twaelwek. So Cordovan, you are the only one who has not rolled your own survival check. You did assist Fertile. So
Mary said the path ahead of us wouldn't be hard. It was correct in the beginning, but 2 days have passed and she lied now.
The ground is hard. It's true. It's definitely gotten more rocky. But another survival check to see if you can find a good camp as you start traveling through the mountains. So you start kind of looking, and you see a lot of rocks that are starting to get shadows. You can't quite tell if there's a very good, clear opening in here. As you guys walk forward, I want everyone to roll a perception check. He's not finding a great camping spot. There's not anything like a good clearing with clear views around you guys.
Well, if we sleep here, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna wake up with some pretty stiff muscles in the morning. Nothing looks very comfortable here.
You don't have a bed roll?
Nope.
I mean, it at least helps a little bit with the comfort.
I mean, look at some of those jagged rocks, Aureliana. I mean, they're gonna poke through, and then you got a ruined sleeping bag.
Depends on where you put the sleeping bag. You know you're not wrong, but...
I believe I'm only missing Fertle's roll.
You want a survival check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perception, wasn't it?
No, perception.
Or perception. Perception.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. 16?
So all of you, as you start going through the rocks, you kind of all get quiet as you're starting to help Cordovan look for a better place to lay down. As you guys are all quietly looking, you hear buzzing. And it gets louder the farther you walk into the mountain area. You all end up here. Hearing the buzzing around the rocks, but you don't see it right away. Like the shadows before, these dark kind of cloud-like things move through the air and you hear them buzzing. It's a little dark and they stick to the shadows, but you can see them farther up. There's some buzzing things right around this area, past the rocks. You were able to judge a pretty good distance by your guys' rolls, so. What would you like to do?
Is it the same kind of buzzing from last time?
No. It is a different buzzing, more like a bee kind of buzz.
Okay, not like the shadow.
Like an insect type of buzz. Yeah.
Well, does everyone else hear that buzzing sound too?
Unfortunately, yes.
I think we're gonna have to deal with that before we bed down for the night.
I mean, honestly, this looks like the best place so far that we've seen. There's no jagged rocks, there's no sharp-looking sticks. It's not bad.
Just a lot of buzzing.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, there is buzzing, but you do see dirt, grass patches, some tree roots from a couple of trees that cling to the rocky area. So it is a little bit more comfortable the farther you walk. And the farther you move forward, the closer the buzzing sounds. It doesn't appear to be moving closer to you.
Well, do we just bed down here then?
It's an option, so long as we keep an eye on the buzzing mass.
We tend to do watches anyways.
Certainly. Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys choose to bed down here, you're right next to a bunch of tree roots in this area, so it's kind of tucked in, as well as having the rocks. So you could very easily make cover and have at least something to put your back against so you're not being attacked from behind.
You know, Red, I think if we do this right, we can make a blanket fort. If we pull in this rock over there and that one over there, we can just like bridge across. It would be great.
I have a tent.
Sure. I mean, my blanket's kind of ripped to hell, but it's not going to stretch the whole way.
Fair point. A tent, you say?
It's a 2-person tent.
Cuddle
nice,
for warm.
close, and friendly. So would you guys like to camp down right here?
think so. I think that's what we're deciding. I could be wrong, but...
That works for me.
Yep.
Okay. I think I want to kind of do it a little differently. I think we're just going to do 2 watches, kind of go a little quicker through the nighttime than only splitting it rather than having 3. Plus, there's 4 of you, so then you can kind of just do 50-50 that way as well. So who would like to take first watch, and who would like to take the last watch?
I can take the first one.
I'll take the last then.
Perfect.
Woohoo, I always get to sleep.
Yara and I only need 4 hours, so... Actually works
That is
very
true.
well for us. The elf, they always take majority watch.
As the sun begins to set, the buzzing starts to get quieter. As all light goes away, everything becomes quiet. Whatever the buzzing sound was is quiet for now. It either has gone to sleep or moved on, but you didn't hear it like move farther away. It just got quieter. And you were kind of, with your roll, you were definitely able to tell it wasn't like flying away from you. It was just getting less and less.
Sorry.
Nope.
No,
I was just
gonna
gonna
ask if it was possible to get closer to see what was making that noise. Not too close, but like if I move up to these rocks kind of thing, am I able to see more towards that? I know the icon's over there.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Certainly.
So as you move up to the rocks, you can see something moving off in the distance, but it's a little bit too dark to make out the exact features. But they don't move closer to you, so they don't become easier to see.
Okay.
They do not hear you sneaking.
I don't think I'll risk any further on my own.
Sounds good. You were very quiet going up there, so as you approach back, we'll just go with the same roll as you quietly creep back to camp. Nothing comes to disturb you on your watch, so you go to rouse Orlina, and it is your turn to roll.
My turn.
Your perception. Kind of the same thing as Mihara tells you everything went quiet. He didn't see anything come closer. You focus on the quiet, and you don't hear any buzzing until the sun just starts to rise. You would start hearing the buzzing start up very quiet again and gradually get louder to what it was the day before. Unless you would like to, of course, move forward and go investigate as well.
Yeah, like as when I hear the buzzing.
So as the sun begins to come up, you hear the buzzing again. Is that when you would like to?
Yeah, let's see what it is that's buzzing. Oh.
So you quietly are able to reach up. Now as the sun is beginning to come up, it's starting to get a little bit easier to see, but everything is still kind of too far away and behind the rocks to be able to see it properly. You don't see anything within your line of sight.
Okay.
Nothing comes towards you.
Well, I won't risk it either, just to not be too far away.
As the sun begins to finally creep through the rocks, everyone begins to wake up from a very good night's rest. You wake up to the same buzzing you went to bed with. Like waking up to cicadas. Is there anything anyone like to do right away? The buzzing is still there.
I didn't get a look at what it is, but it started again when the sun came back up.
I didn't want to risk venturing too far either. Didn't get a good look at it. But now that everyone's awake and alert, I'll move up this way.
What?
Stealthily or normally?
Ideally stealthily.
Then I would like to have you roll a stealth check. A re-roll.
The blind natural 1. Let's go.
It is by far a blind natural 1. So you trip and end up falling into the rocks as you walk this way. There was a root that you just didn't see, and you hit the pile of rocks, and a couple of them kind of fall off to the side. As you do that, and it hits the ground, some buzzing things start flying out of the ground and start moving out of the ground.
That was embarrassing. Shit, they did see it.
I gotta remove that temporary health before I forget.
Oh yeah, I suppose next morning 24 hours are gone.
Does it sound like that? That buzzing's getting closer? Would I have seen those bugs move out of the ground, or is it...
Yep, so I have now gone through and revealed them. So you should be able to see them, but you see a bunch of yellow and black swarming wasps start to fly out of a couple of holes in the grounds and the roots, and start to move towards you. I need everyone to roll initiative as a bunch of swarm of wasps.
Legit had that fear while mowing that could happen.
Oh yeah.
Just like run straight. Nope.
Cordovin, do you know much about these?
Do we know much about them? They're bad.
Well,
that's what I know.
Do they... Is it the darkness or is it the coolness of the night that makes them stop?
Yes.
Cordovin, roll a nature check before we get in going, to see if
I'm too far away. I have no
I don't even know what they are either, so never mind.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, you guys aren't even over there.
Yeah, I tripped and then went, oh shit.
Yeah, you heard him say, oh shit.
Oh, I can still ask that, though, because I still would have been curious if it's the darkness or the sunrise with the heat. Not knowing what it is, I'm still going to ask that.
Buzzing creatures, yeah.
Buzzing creatures.
I suppose. Then do a nature at disadvantage, since you don't know exactly what you are. You're just going for a generic flying insect type of... and then if I could get initiative from Fertile as well. So you... Ooh, what is the actual scientific explanation behind that?
Google. Consult Lord Google.
Yep.
Or we need that 20th century fox to send our request out.
12th century fox.
Oh, 12th century fox, that's what it is.
So you do know that cold, not darkness, can trigger an insect to go dormant. That is what you know.
And you're not in winter anymore, right, Aurelien? You're in summer?
I am in winter, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just got to get next to him then.
I do radiate slightly cold. I was trying to play apathetic and more of just kind of like you know. But I don't know if it's going well.
Like that. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing it.
I got you.
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it.
And so it goes Mihara is the top, and then Fertile, then Orlina, then Cordovan, and then the very last is the swarm of wasps. So, Mihara, what would you like to do as you clutch the boulder?
Oh, this is bad. And I will run backwards towards the group. Whatever it was, it's angry and it's coming this way. There was wings, there was yellow, there was black. Not good. And that'll be my turn.
So out of breath, you run and you use your turn to warn everybody of the worm of impending doom. So Fertile, you just hear impending doom is heading your way. What would you like to do?
I would like to prepare an attack until something comes into range, because I don't see anything, right?
Correct. You don't see anything yet coming towards you.
Maybe I'll move up 20 feet. The computer's slow right now. Okay, perfect. Okay. That's where I was hoping I'd go. We'll just go like there-ish and then prepare a staff. Striking until something comes in range.
Perfect. As you are holding your weapon ready to smash anything that comes your way. So then it goes to Orlina and Cordovan.
Oh goodness, I think I'll probably do about the same thing as just move up. I'll move up to the other side of Mihara and hold my my attack for the impending doom. And I will throw I'll like have my fan ready to throw, so.
So what's your range on your fan then?
I think it's the same as a dagger is what it is. So was that 30 feet? No, it actually says 120.
Oh, because it has the boomerang, not a dagger.
Yeah, that's right.
So pretty much as soon as you see something, you can throw it because it'll be within your range.
Sweet. So that's what I will do.
So as she holds her fan, Cordovan.
Well, being that we just woke up and now everyone has going over towards Mihara, I'm going to come down here to this rock, and I'm just going to relieve myself in the bushes, and that'll be my turn. Because I can't see anything, so...
It's true. You cannot see anything. So Howard is going to move forward. Because he is before the wasps. And is going to use a bardic inspiration on Mihara, because you ran up breathless, afraid of something coming at you. He's going to go, hush now, Mihara, it'll be okay. You guys will kill him. Anyway. Works for me. Perfect. So he gives you a D8 inspiration die to use as his bonus action, and he is also gonna hold his he's gonna hold a vicious mockery in case something comes into view, and sling an insult at whatever murderous thing comes forward. So that brings us to the wasp. can go right there. So they come into your view, Orlina. You see a swarm of wasps fly out around this rock outcropping. You may throw your fan.
Come on. I'm trying. Get the hotkeys to work. It is not going.
You're in winter form, that's why. Get the cold keys to work, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That would do it.
switch them.
That one hurt.
That just hits.
Ooh. I think I just blinded the damage. I don't know what I rolled for damage.
You also roll blind for damage. So you roll, if you would like to know, you rolled a whole 6 damage.
Ouch. That's a pretty bad roll again. Oh well.
And they are also buzzing, but it looks like you might have gotten one of the wasps.
Woo!
Yeah, as it comes back, you just pierced once, stuck on the very end.
That could have been better.
Then Mihara, or not Mihara, you were running. Fertile has a melee, so then Howard was holding Vicious Mockery. And it is a wisdom saving throw. Oh gosh, no, failed. Natural 1.
Nice.
Fabulous. So they will take Vicious Mockery damage for 4 points of damage from Howard. And with that, I need to do a couple more things. Okay. So it is going to use its whole action to move closer as the other ones. So it lands right there, hovering right by the rocks, and brings us back to the top at Mihara and then Fertile.
See? Doom! I will hesitantly reach for my sword and actually decide against it, and I will run forward to punch.
Sounds good.
Swarm.
Just afraid of
I'm
the
going to
talking
punch-
sword.
I'm gonna punch a sword or a swarm.
One should have learned from Grog that talking swords are often sometimes scary.
Very.
So as you swing towards it, they all just kind of fly around your punch, and you do not hit.
Try again with the offhand.
Oh yeah, that one definitely hits.
Shit.
Far the opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh. Isn't better than that even? As in I need to roll another die?
No, not quite that high.
Gotcha.
You had a 21, so you were 4 off?
Sorry.
Natural 20?
Okay. I'll go in full karate chop on that.
Perfect. And you hit it. Same thing. You appear to karate chop a whole total of 1 wasp.
Legit. It's the one I was aiming for.
Yeah. You got to pick them off one by one, like the eyes.
Right.
Exactly.
That'll be my turn.
Sounds good. That moves us on to Fertile and then Orlina.
I would like to attack. I'm gonna move around like that. I think I can get there. And then I'm gonna use my Staff of Striking and try and hit them.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Cool. And then I would like to...
and it is technically flanking, I believe. I don't think this has anything against that.
Okay.
So it should be an advantage if you want to try for a natural 20.
Sure. Should I roll it again? No.
Nope. Okay.
Sure. Good night.
And you hit it with your staff for 4 points of damage. And you hit another one, and you just hear, as you hit it, another one down. Quite a lot more to go. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Yeah, can I get hit with my offhand now too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a key point, or can I just do it? No, it's my bonus action, right?
Yeah, we can just do it.
Yep, and then you can spend key points to do extras as well.
Okay, but I'll just... Man, how do I roll that on here? I don't even know.
There should be a bonus action 1 in your inventory.
Isn't it?
Or just do unarmed strike again.
Yeah, that works too.
Bonus action.
I did.
There we go. And at advantage, correct? We're doing that? Okay.
Yep.
23.
Definitely hits.
And we'll just... Oh, that's better.
Perfect. You take out 2 of them this time. It appears you're finally starting to thin them out one by one, 2 by 2.
Okay. I think that'll be all I do. Yeah.
Okay.
The wasps are dying 2 by 2. Hurrah! Hurrah!
So that brings us to Orlina then, and then Cordovin.
Yep, I'm going to move up to here. I'm going to attack it. Nope, attack it.
I will allow you advantage. You guys have now, huddled it into a ball, and you're trying to make it easier to hit.
All right.
So that hits.
Yay! Just a normal. I did blind again.
Just a normal. Yep, just a normal.
I guess I don't even want to know what my damage is because I keep forgetting to do it.
No worries. It's slowly going down. It's gotten to a point where this is now a very, very thin swarm of wasps. And now that you're here, you're able to kind of condense them even closer to make it easier to hit. So you guys are just all kind of leaning closer and punching it.
Okay, I will
into the block.
Use my bonus action. To do that.
Because you have DM roll on, make it public so that you can see the action.
Oh, that's what it is. Thank you.
Yep.
I was like, why can't I get this to go?
All of a sudden it's bladed fan, unarmed strike, bladed fan, unarmed strike.
It's because nothing's showing, and I'm like, I don't understand. So I said, it just wasn't working. I feel so dumb now.
You can roll that again.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, so just roll another one normally, and we'll take whichever one.
Right. We haven't been doing this for like 6 months or anything.
No, we haven't.
We've had a couple weeks off though.
We have.
So, but no, the first one hit. The second one did not. So.
All right. So
Take the
6.
first.
6 points of damage.
For a visual, there is one wasp left in this. One wasp desperately trying to get away.
He's like, I want to go. This was a mistake.
Exactly. Huge mistake.
That's my turn.
Wasn't trying to get out of there. Cordovan, you just watch all your friends just kind of disappear and start huddling around this boulder.
Yep, so I will finish up relieving myself and walk back up towards them. How far can I get? Right up to Howard. And as I walk up to Howard, I'll look at everyone and be like, what are you all doing to that poor hornet? Or wasp, or whatever it is.
To be fair, it started it.
It attacked first.
We're just
does
finishing
it take 3 of you to take down 1 wasp?
There was so much more. There was so many more.
Sorry, I've been winded.
You don't understand. I might be
Inside
allergic.
check on Oriolena.
There used to be more.
Okay, well, if you're all done harassing that wasp, can we get going? And that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. You are the parent scolding them for killing the bees. Howard looks over to you and is like, they're murder hornets. And he casts Vicious Mockery. And he yells, you're a murder hornet. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is he inspiring it, or?
No, he's trying to kill it with Vicious Mockery. Oh, no, doesn't make it. Definitely falls over.
It was a quick death.
Done.
So as you kind of...
Proud of you all.
You hear that last buzz, and it dies down. You hear more buzzing behind you still.
All the wasps are dead, but they're still buzzing.
And Howard is going to move forward, right next to Orlina. And he sees, there's some more down here. And is going to use his second inspiration on Fertile as he passes by. And he's like, go smack those bugs. I don't have a cool song like I did last time. I'm sorry.
He likes me better.
It took all of that out of me trying to think of a rhyme. Oh. And that is his turn. So with one swarm dead, the rest of them are going to move. And I can make there. The other one can make it here for its whole turn. The one that didn't use its whole turn is going to attack Fertile. Yeah, a 5 is not gonna hit you, I assume.
Should be caught very off guard.
Nope. Yeah. So that's that one. So I have one more shot to believe, right? Oh, that's not occupying your space. So that is it until it occupies your space, because it couldn't get into your space. Sadly, that is it. So that brings us to Mihara, and then Fertile.
Feeling very confident after killing the first round of wasps. I would like to step onto the rock next to me and cartwheel through, like spin kick as I go through this set of wasps.
So in addition to your attack, roll in acrobatics as well for me.
Oh, I'm sure this will be fine.
It'll be great.
Super good at these.
So you manage to hoist yourself on top of the rock, and as you jump off of the rock, bits of it slip from under your feet. So you more of belly flop onto the wasp, but you do land in their space.
Awesome.
So you will move back one space and occupy the same.
Okay.
But you do manage to hit them with your belly flop.
Legit. Alright. 4 points of damage, though, with the... second time this morning, but... that one looks easy, and I would like to try to smash one into the wall next to me.
As you're laying on the ground, you just kind of turn and you see one and you swing to smash it into the rock. You miss and you end up just barely stopping your hand before you hit the rock.
This is a rough morning so far. Could only get better.
You've been rolling a lot of 9s.
9?
9.
That'll be my turn.
Sounds good. So that would bring us to Fertile and then Orlina. There is one swarm of wasps now above Mihara as he lays on the ground. You could have stood up, so you still had half of your movement if you wanted to stand up.
Nope, I'm good. They're an alright distance above me. Maybe I could. Nope, we're good.
That is on top of Mihara. Is it advantage yet or no?
It is not at advantage because they are swarming around him. But a 23 would be easy to hit a whack above him.
Yeah, let's do.
The rules don't often cover being below an enemy.
Within an enemy.
Right.
Like hitting a rug.
I'm gonna go ahead.
But since you're right below oh yeah. So you swing 7 points of damage. You manage to hit a couple as you sweep through. Yes, there it is. Before I even asked the question, it just showed up. Yes, definitely hits again.
By the mother's red, there's more.
Here we go.
And you hit a couple more out. You're starting to get the hang of like hitting them like flies, whacking them with a racket out of the air. Is there anything else you would like to do? Would you like to move? Stay there?
I'm good. I'm done.
So then Orlina and then Cordovan.
Oh, right. So I'm just gonna do the one that's right here in front of me.
There is not one in front of you.
No, it's right here. That's the, sorry. My name's over top of it, so I was like, is it right here? I shall move.
There you go.
I shall move here, cause yeah. Alright.
Perfect.
And then, does that mean I have advantage?
Yes, because you are flanking. You are not lying underneath them.
Looks like 23 to hit.
Yes.
And 7 points of damage.
Perfect.
And then I will use my bonus action to unarm as well. At 13?
13 hits.
All right. And 7 again. That's just as effective, it seems.
Okay, it worked. You managed to hit a couple of them too and swat them out of the air, and you watch them just kind of hit the ground and don't fly back up at you again.
Sweet. And then I believe that's my turn. I don't want to use any key points yet, so.
Okay. So then that brings us to Cordovin. You watched your friend Mihara slip off of a rock and disappear beyond.
I'm just going to move over towards this rock right here, sit down, and place one hand on my knee and my head in my hand and just watch these guys deal with wasps. This is entertaining.
So Cordovin is spectating as all of you are getting more proficient at smacking these wasps out of the air.
It'll be all fun and games until one of these wasps make us lose an eye or something.
Or it turns out somebody's allergic.
It's all fun and games till your throat swells closed.
Right. Little do we know she rolled for allergies before the campaign, and we'll all be very surprised very quickly.
Can't have wheat. We gotta have gluten-free.
Turns out Fertile is actually allergic to dairy, so it's just gonna be rough.
So, Howard is going to... not do that. He's gonna do another vicious mockery. Doesn't have damage other than that. Well, fireball, but he doesn't want to light everybody on fire. So.
We're dope monks, we can dodge it.
He's gonna back. I can heal him.
He's gonna aim for the wasp above Mihara. He's gonna move back 5 feet and then do that, so he can actually see past Fertile. Because he's short.
Opportunity.
Oh, it will. He will do it. Ooh, so they don't save, but this one will take an attack of opportunity. Yeah, they got a 9. That's not going to hit Howard. So they don't hit him. And they take... a 6 points of damage. And they are extremely thin now. You can see the rock very clearly through this swarm. Still a few flying around. And he is going to actually save his inspiration for now. And that is going to be his turn.
Just realized they could probably also fly down.
Yeah, so, Wasp. Mihara, they are going to move down to occupy your space.
It'll be fine.
It'll be... 11 is probably not gonna hit you.
No, it does not.
Darn. Well, so that is all it can do.
No, it's in my space. Shouldn't it have another attack or no?
No, well,
Or is it just a different attack?
it's just a different attack. So it's a different hit, but I rolled terribly. So, yeah. But, oh well. Or, yeah, it's just a different damage, but it didn't do it, so it failed its one task. So the last one to hit the swarm between Fertile and Orlina would be Orlina. So it's going to reach out and try to sting at you. We'll try it again. Oh, a 21. Does that hit you? Rolled an 11 to a 21. There. And they're moving out of Fertile, so Fertile also gets the chance to swap at them.
Uh, 21 does hit me. I don't know who we're talking about.
Orlina.
Oh, okay. Can I just unarmed strike him? Because
Yeah.
I think that's more. I'm just gonna get out of here. 15?
15 hits.
Cool. 6.
Perfect. And Orlina, the wasp sting you for 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
So you start getting stung by wasps. The first one to, well, not draw blood. They're not drawing blood, but...
First one to take damage.
Yeah. First one for damage. And that brings us back to Mihara on the ground. It's getting easier to see through the wasps above you, though.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. And I would just like to flail and slap at them.
Okay.
For my attack.
All of your unarmed attacks. Just
all my training out the window at this point.
Yeah. First one hits. So you managed to slap.
Okay. That would be the first one, and just smack a couple if I can.
Yep, you managed to get a couple out of the air.
Next one just...
Next one hits again, no problem.
Perfect. Another 5. And then I will stand up and I am going to run away.
So you run away, they are going to try to sting you as you run away.
Oh, I ran too far.
Five is not gonna hit you.
Thankfully, no.
Thankfully, it wasn't a natural 1 and they didn't sting each other. Huh. Still. Anyway, so you get away. They're all just confused, buzzing, trying to not get hit.
That's my turn.
And with that, it goes to Fertile and then Orlina. They are both swarms are not looking great at all.
I would like to probably strike the one in front of Howard.
The one in front of Howard is no more. I'm going to move it up.
Oh, okay. Then I'll actually... I'll move up then and go after the one on Orlena. And if I get an attack opportunity, it's totally fine.
Perfect. Go right ahead. Oh yeah. Easy peasy.
Awesome. 4 points of damage.
So as you smack out, you only see about 3, maybe 4 just still buzzing around her head.
Okay, I'm gonna unarmed strike.
Oh, for sure. Way better than my 5-9. You use your unarmed strike and you swat and you manage to get 3 out of the 4 at once. And there's still just 1 going.
That's really annoying. I will let Orlena take care of that and then move back to the other one. There. So why not?
Yeah, you didn't leave its threatened area, so going back and forth is...
Actually, why don't I just spend a key point and try and finish this one off?
Might work.
Flurry of blows is...
That'd be 1 down, and the other one's looking about 50% of the swarmish.
Oh, actually, I already used my bonus action, so next time. So,
well, it is Orlena's turn, so she does have a chance to swat the last one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll let her take care of that one. I'll just be like, you got it, and then walk back to the other ones.
Perfect. As you walk back, Orlena, there is 1 more buzz in your ear.
Apparently I'm gonna crit it.
Yeah.
We're done.
I want to see overkill. Oh, well, it's not.
I know that's a terrible crit.
There's only 1 left, but you definitely managed.
All right, kill. Overkill, all right.
9 points of damage.
And you managed to down that last wasp. Fertile had got rid of the rest of them. It was just that 1 more, and you whack it right out of the air. You still have your movement and your bonus action as well, obviously.
Yep. I'll move up and then I'll hit the other one with my unarmed.
That does not hit.
I didn't think it did.
Not quite.
Then that's my turn.
So, Red, you've watched them dispatch a whole other swarm of wasps now, and there's about 50% left of the one in front of both Fertile and Orlena. What would you like to do now that you're hunched over watching?
Oh, just continue to watch. Kind of let them handle it.
Adding flavorful commentary?
Oh, watch out, Mihara. That one almost got you. Look out, Fertile. Don't let it get stuck in your fur. Orlena, you're cold. Why aren't they collapsing next to you? Howard?
Yep. That's as good as his inspirations. He'll take it. That was an inspirational speech.
Just gonna continue watching them smack wasps. Weren't we supposed to be on our way to Twaelwek?
Do you see the size of these things? They're like yay big. They're not supposed to be this big. Stinger means death. It hurt. She's got like this giant welt on her.
Well, yeah, because you guys keep smacking them. What, didn't you know once you kill one, it just attracts the others to know that one died, and then they're going to all attack you.
They already attacked us first.
Alright, carry on.
As the battle is going on, and Cordovan is yelling these, and as other people are taking their turns, you're shouting back your replies, like, will you stop it? As that happens, Howard is going to do yet another vicious mockery. And hope that they don't save yet again. They do not. So they take... another 6 points of damage. And he's actually going to move back towards Cordovan and be like, well, I think you guys can get the rest of them, yeah? And then it is the Wasp.
Yes, Howard, we can get the rest.
They are going to attack Fertile. Hold another 5. So that does not hit you, so they do not sting you. But they did move. So they are now all around Fertile this time. They tried to sting you, but a 5 does not hit. So that... they're the last ones. They can't do anything else. So Mihara, then Fertile, you get revenge on the wasps that have engulfed you.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh.
Gonna move behind this rock. I'm going to grab the sheath with my sword, and it shall begin to vibrate. And it'll sound very similar to the buzzing of these wasps. And I would like to cast Thaumaturgy and make that sound right over Red's shoulder.
Yes.
That'll be my turn.
Fantastic. So just on the other side of the rock behind Cordovan and Howard, a buzzing sound starts coming up from behind. We will get to his reaction on his turn. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Oh no, that covers it. Let me know if you need a deception check or anything like that. I'm good for it.
Yeah, it'll be an insight versus deception once it comes to Red's turn. So we will let you know. Fertile and then Orlina. The last couple of wasps. Yes, that hits. You managed to hit a few more out of the air. There's still a couple flying around.
I would like to unarmored strike, and I would like to flurry of blows just to see if I can't get these guys done. So I'm sick of the taunting.
Oh, yeah. I think that one hits. It was almost a natural 20. As you hit him once again, you notice there are 3 surviving wasps.
Okay. Do it.
That hits again.
And 6.
Yes. So with that last hit, you manage to get the last 3 as you swing through the air, and they fall. And all of the buzzing stopped.
Other than the one above Cordovan's.
Except for behind Cordovan. So we're going to still stay in rotation. So after they fall, after Fertile, so it'll go Orlina, it is your turn after the last ones get smacked.
Not knowing that there isn't another one over there, I will look around and try and figure out where it's coming from. And that's what I do.
Perfect. So you run around the boulders. So which way are you running? Around back way
I hear
or
it.
Around towards Mihara?
I hear it.
Because it's like right on the other side of the rock.
I'm gonna go around this way, just because.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can hear more, and that's what I do.
So since you two are right next to each other, we'll have Mihara roll a deception against both Orlina and Cordovan's separate insight checks, since they're both. One is a target and one is pointedly investigating it. So you hear a buzzing, and it sounds exactly like another swarm of wasps. There's another one behind this rock somewhere. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will just slowly get up and not freak out or anything, but just kind of like gently waft around my head and look around and not see any, but...
No, you don't see any, and you don't make contact with any when you kind of do that. And kind of look behind. It sounds like they're kind of behind you a little bit. But they're not right by you. When you do this, you don't come in contact with any.
See, if you're non-threatening, they'll just kind of leave you alone. But when you go up and start hitting them, you're just gonna make them upset.
There's a comedian who does a bit on this. 3 different types of people when it comes to bees.
Yes, it's a good skit.
Oh.
I have to listen to it.
I haven't been to cities much, Mihara. I'm sorry. I don't know what a comedian is.
Oh, I suppose Howard should have probably rolled an insight check as well.
We'll take you to the theater sometime. It'll be great.
Theater? What is a theater?
They serve tea near hats. It's actually the best way to do it.
Is this gonna be like your street food that you don't eat off the street? You actually get it from a cart?
More like cart food. A little more to concept than not.
Boy, he's gonna be really disappointed when there's no hats or tea at the theater.
Extremely. So Howard moved forward while you guys were talking about the tea. He also didn't hear or didn't know exactly what it was, so he moved forward to investigate. He's like, well, I don't see any. Maybe they're inside the rock, but I still hear the buzzing. It's somewhere by here. Where did the last ones come from?
The ground.
He starts like dancing on the ground. Goes back to Cordovan. I'll stay over here.
Well, that, as entertaining as that was, maybe we should get going?
Yeah.
Guess look over towards... I can't see Orlando at the moment, but I mean, I assume we'll all kind of gather back up.
Yeah.
That's the spell.
We don't need to keep moving them around. We can assume you move.
I'd say I'd heal those stings for you, but that's probably a good lesson learned. Not to just go macking wasps.
Oof, harsh.
Oh no, she's so pissed at me, she's not talking to me.
I got
Silly, what do I do? Bad sign when she doesn't talk to you.
I did trip and they came at us. So they made the first aggressive move. And we just retaliated the same.
I said the first time he can get hit first, and then we'll just shove him in my head.
You guys actually Fertile. She's like pouncing on the ground with one under one paw and kind of like letting it go and then getting it again and then letting it go and getting it again and is completely distracted.
It's gotta be a bit, guys.
Until that unfortunate, and lift your hand again and it's, oh, the fun's done.
So actually, Fertile, since you are crawling around on the ground doing this, roll a perception check for me at advantage, since you are on all fours on the ground. No, that's actually pretty good. So as you're crawling and pouncing, and then holding still for a little bit, and then letting it go and pouncing again, and as you hold still, in those moments, you can feel the ground kind of vibrate. You don't hear buzzing or anything, and it's not just like in one spot. It's like a earth tremors kind of thing once in a while. You just feel the ground kind of shake and vibrate once in a while. No, it's not tremors.
Oh man, I saw that.
Stand on the rock.
You go stand on the rock, and now you're on a rock.
I should also stand on the rock.
I will stand on the rock, and guys, I think we're gonna do this a little bit quietly, and I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on everybody so that we can get by quieter.
Sure.
Perfect.
Just gotta figure out where they mark that at. With key points. 2 key points, is that what it is?
I'm gonna refer to Howard as Bert.
2 key points, yep.
Well, if it helps canonically, I was thinking as we were traveling down these roads, like we would avoid all the thorns and thickets and holes and things like that. I feel like Howard was stumbling through them, and that's how we mostly found them, but...
Oh, that's how you did it, is you sent him out as like a...
Right, I mean, he was busy in his book and just stumbled through them, so we know to turn a little.
So as you all feel a little bit sneakier, a little bit quieter, I will have everyone roll a stealth check moving forward.
This is what, plus 10 is what we get to add to it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rolling stealth.
And I will say you move to about there with that one stealth check. We'll move halfway across the map between where you are and the end of the map.
Mine is 26. I didn't add the 10. Sorry.
30.
Perfect. Yes, you guys are all very sneaky. You guys all make your way farther. Oh, I grabbed the wasps, not Fertile. Oh no. Don't bring those with. Don't bring those with.
It's the rock wasps.
You reach to the top of the rock, and in the daylight, you don't see anything from up here. Would you like to move forward again stealthily, or? continue as normal? Continue stealthily?
No, stealthily.
Stealthily sounds good, yep.
Especially with that trembling, the tremors.
So one more stealth check.
With the +10 still?
Yeah, that's on for
an hour at least, I believe.
Hour, yep. I have to concentrate, but it's an hour.
Oh yeah. Everyone is doing real good.
A 30 again.
I do like how we are sticking to the rocks.
I figured that was the best due to rock hop.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So you guys are all very, very sneaky jumping across these rocks. As you get to the top of this little outcropping, everyone sees before you more rocks, but now in between these rocks there are what appear to be dark holes. You don't know how deep they are, but it looks like either it's been like a cave-in or a sinkhole at some point that have made these larger divots in the ground.
How big are we talking?
Some look to be about 10 feet across. There's one that you can't quite tell how big it is because it is far off in the distance, but assuming perception-wise, as in seeing it is still larger than the 10-foot holes, you assume it is quite large.
It's a big-ass graboid.
No hornets cause this kind of thing? I don't remember this on our way to go get Howard.
I don't remember the hornets being this big.
That's not normally the...
As you're on top of this rock, you don't see any movement of anything. Would you like to move forward again stealthily?
Yes.
Yeah, I think stealth's good, even if it takes a little bit longer.
Then I will have you... Yeah, it does take a little bit longer, but I'll have you roll another stealth with that +10.
I'm very okay with that.
Oh, 18. That's not a 30 again. It means that was actually a really bad roll. A 2. Oh, that was almost a fail.
So all of you managed to move very stealthily still through these rocks. As you do, I'm actually gonna change something on something quick.
As we're sort of passing by, can we look at those holes a little bit more?
Yes, you will in just a second here, actually.
Yeah.
You'll be able to actually see a couple of them. And there. Now, come on, transfer them over. Oh.
Loading holes.
Oh. It says loading. You three haven't transferred over. Oh, there we go. There everybody went. There we go.
Unrelated. Do we have any peaches or onions?
We don't, but I suggest not skimping out on tasks or your pig will not be as large.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. While you are refreshing, you guys can see on either side of the rock you are on, there are the two giant 10-foot holes in the ground. So there is one there and one here.
That's a big hole.
They are very large holes. You can also see the very edge over here of the very, very large hole compared to that.
That's big.
is big. As you guys all stand on top of this rock, I want everyone to roll an investigation check, because now you are kind of concentrating to see if you can feel, hear, using all of your sensors rather than just kind of looking around.
Okay.
I assume Orleans. Oh.
Finally just got in. I rolled you said investigation?
Yes.
All right, I got an 8. I did it on Beyond because I wasn't loaded in yet.
Actually, Fertile, did you tell them about the vibrations?
Not explicitly.
I don't think she did. I think I would have just gotten up because I wouldn't have gone on the ground because that's where the wasp came.
So I'm gonna have roll at disadvantage. I'm gonna inform Mihara and Orlina. You don't have to re-roll. You rolled at disadvantage already.
You don't want me to roll worse? I want to try it just for the fun of it, though.
Okay, my apologies.
Cordovan will have you roll it. Fertile, you are aware of the vibration, so yours stays the same. But Cordovan, roll an extra one, and we'll take the lower one.
I accidentally rolled a perception check, so I will roll. Or you could just minus. What is it? Minus 3 to that, I guess.
Minus 3. That works.
Investigation. It's worse.
Sorry, but she didn't tell you, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think it was actually said.
We got called on meta.
It took me a second to realize that it happened, though.
Mm-hmm.
But Fertile, even with a 16, you do manage to, as you're standing, you can feel that vibration again. It's much more, or much less like a tremor, and much more like something vibrating really fast, hitting a hard surface, so it would resonate through it. You can't pinpoint from which direction. It appears to be all of the ground.
And there's 2 giant holes.
Correct.
Yeah. I think it's good that we're going cautiously, you guys. I've felt some intermittent vibrations, and it feels like there's something very large underground hitting things, and I'm concerned that these holes might be related to said large thing. So the quicker we can get out of here, the most carefully, the better.
I mean, that works for me. I mean, as much as it is, no offense, Howard, but a lot seems to go wrong when you're near right now.
No offense taken. I've seen a lot of scary things in my travels, but these have been the scariest encounters yet.
Your middle name doesn't happen to be Murphy, does it?
Is your last name Law?
No, my last name is Freeman. But my middle name is Lee. Howard
I would have went
Freeman.
with Morgan. Should have went with Morgan. Then he would have been Howard Morgan Freeman.
And then we would have been very okay with the narration.
Well, the narration wouldn't be happening, and I can't do that being disjustice by doing that. So we'll go with that. But as you guys move forward, if you would like to keep going with the stealth, are you guys going from rock to rock now? Going forward still?
I think it would be a good idea too, if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be best if we don't find out what made these holes.
I think that's a very good idea.
Just missing...
Sorry, getting there.
No worries. I just rolled mine, so you're good.
That was not a very good roll.
Better than Cordovan's. Oh wait, no, that was an investigation. Sorry, never mind.
But it still is quiet enough where you don't seem to see anything, feel any difference in any of the vibrations or anything, and you make it safely to this rock over here. Now you can see quite a bit better the giant hole. You can choose to go to the big rock. Oh, hold on. There we go, mouse. The big rock up here, and then hop down to this one as to stealth, because there is then this rock down on this side, and then out.
I'm just gonna roll that
three
early.
more.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it'll be, no worries, it'll be 3 more. So one more to hop across the other rock, and you will get a very good vantage point to see directly into the pit.
I feel like nothing good can come from a hole that size.
But you do all manage to make it to the other rock. Sorry, I had a cat trying to get on my counter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But as you guys reach the top of this rock, you turn to see a very dark, large black hole with no discernible bottom from your vantage point, at least, even with the sun shining down into it. The vibrations haven't stopped, and as you stand there looking down, we will come back to Pit of Doom next time.
I throw Howard down the pit.
I
grab his research notes.
That's all we need is really his research notes, not him. No, I'm kidding.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us. Next time we will see what doom lies in the pit. So have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Good evening.